So, one of the best things about being in your 40s is that your eyebrow hairs turn into rappel ropes overnight. Alright, what coffee mug should I use? I love this mug. I'm going to use this. You know, I've tried just about every pre-workout in the book, and nothing beats, and I mean nothing beats, a double shot of espresso. Well, hi, and welcome back to the vlog. This is episode 4, I believe. And today we've got a couple interesting things going on. I had a couple shoots reschedule on me for the weather and health reasons, and welcome to 2022. But the good news is that gives me the time to go check out Imaging USA. And for those of you who don't know what Imaging USA is, I mean, to be honest, I really don't know because I've never been to one. But from everything I've seen online, Imaging USA is like the CES of the photo and video world. So I got a free expo pass off social media. So I'm going to go check out some gear, and I'm going to vlog about it. So another thing I'm going to do today is I'm not going to use that GoPro at all. I'm going to try vlogging all day with my FX3. So before we get to the excitement of Imaging USA, I'm going to go lift some weights. So the reason I decided to do the whole day with my FX3 instead of my GoPro is for reasons that I'm demonstrating right now. My house really doesn't have a whole hell of a lot of bright light, and that GoPro's image really falls apart in situations like this, and I don't want to rig up my whole house with lights for this vlog. So yeah, I'm gonna try lugging this thing around all day and see how that goes. So, God, that's good. The other day I was reading online that anteaters, surprisingly enough, anteaters, their blood is impervious to COVID. And the reason they say that it's impervious to COVID is because their blood is full of antibodies. Hey, Val. Hey, I gotta go to the gym, okay? I'll be back. You don't care, do you? I'll be back soon. Okay, honey? Be good. Traffic. Oh, there. Sorry to whoever I cut off. They're probably screaming, Virginia drivers! La, 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 la. Gotten a little bit of feedback on that comment I made on the last vlog from friends of mine here in the DMV area that live in Maryland. And yeah, your driving still sucks. Not that I'm any better. All right, just got to the gym. I'm gonna go warm up really quick and then get on this lift. Stay tuned. I think I'm the only one here. There's some nerds back in the CrossFit gym, but just gonna work out here. Oh, it smells so clean. If you don't record it on your watch, does it even count? All right. Fat the boy. So, I've got to get my 1 round maximum on the back squat today. This ought to be fun. All right, let's warm up. so, am I too close? All right, so, as I sit here and stretch out my groin, I felt a little something in there when I was warming up with the squats. You probably can't hear me right now, can you? All right, so as I'm down here getting stretched and warmed up, I'm really excited to have you guys along while I do this. I think filming these will be kind of a subconscious bit of self-accountability. Though, I've been doing a lot of work trying to reframe my mindset on what I do things for and what I think the reward should be. So this is all very much for me and because I want to do it. And in that same vein, there's the vanity part of it as well. So cool. Let's see how this back squat turns out. Right, wait. Come on. One more. Actually, no, not one. I'll take it. Whew. 3, 2, 1, hold. Like a tiger. Yeah. Leave things like you found them. Come on. There you go. Bro, am I getting jacked yet, bro? I just ate so much protein, bro. Bro! I love this shower head because I have discovered, though I don't know how accurate it is, that my preferred temperature for a shower is 109 degrees. Oh, hold on. Guess we better make it a little warmer. How many women just like you have silent schemes? I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of your heart. All right, so fresh and so clean. I'm gonna chug a glass of water really quick, and then we're gonna head off to CES. And then we're gonna head off to Imaging USA 2022. I think we're good now. See ya. All right, so on my way to National Harbor, right across the river in the People's Democratic Republic of Maryland. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I've been to trade shows in professions in past lives, and they were always fun. I'm curious how this is going to be. I'm excited to maybe see some new gear. My name's Abe, and I'm a gearaholic. I don't know. Maybe I'll see some of my favorite YouTubers. This seems like the sort of thing they would want to come to. I think the biggest concern I have is me separating myself from my money for the sake of gear. Now, I will say this. There is a Sony Hot Shoe Direct boom microphone. I forgot the nomenclature of it. I'll put a thingy somewhere in the letter boxes. There is a boom microphone that I can't find anywhere, and if they have one of those for sale, I'm gonna buy it. That's not where I want to go. So here it is, in all its glory. The Gaylord National. Thanks. Me too. So one of the cool things about the Gaylord National Convention Center and Hotel is this massive atrium you see here. It's just cool. I always take a hot second to come on over here and check it out. And yeah, here we are. So I'm gonna head and do the conference now.
There you go.
So this is interesting. They have like, actually really appreciate this. It looks like they have social comfort level badges. There and there. Interesting. What do we got here? Well, holy shit. So what you got here, man?
So this is sub off for the speak line.
Okay.
It's a close and set it up. So this guy's close and you forward.
Can I hold it?
Yeah, you can.
Oh man, that's really light.
Yeah, very light. Okay.
What?
Hold it.
That is crazy.
Yes.
I'm gonna go check out the By God Westcott group. Maybe it's gonna make my way back down this lane. And then still looking for the Sony booth. I hope they showed up this year. Whew.
I don't know that.
I just found out that Sony, the company, is actually not here, but they have a rep that I'm going to ask some questions of. Holy cow, Abe. Hey, there's my eyes. Yeah, so they don't have they didn't show up to the conference, but they did send a rep, I guess, at the Pixel Connection table. So I'm gonna ask him some questions. Go ahead and introduce yourself and explain what you do here.
Sure. So I'm David Newhoff. I'm one of the co-founders of Rightsclick, which is going to be a new software system that we are building to help make copyright management, enforcement, and assessment of, say, infringement claims much easier and faster for independent creators.
Okay.
One of the biggest barriers to anybody doing anything about infringement, especially at scale, is time. You're a busy photographer in this case, and you're managing a lot of works, and you see infringements of your work, all over the place. One of the reasons people don't even bother with that is it takes too much time to do.
I agree with
You'd
that.
rather just get back to work. So we want to make some of the steps that you can take on your own easier and faster.
So how does that work? Like say I'm on Facebook or Instagram or something, and I see somebody that has used one of my images or part of my video without my permission. Like what's next?
So in a case like that, you have already either identified the work within your Rightsclick portfolio, or we'll ask you to upload the work that's been infringed into your portfolio. And then there are key elements about that work that you need to enter. Like, for example, when was it made? When was it published? If it was published. Is it registered? If so, let's enter the registration number. All that data about the element itself, the asset itself.
Okay. Talk to me about what's registration.
So copyright registration is with the U.S. Copyright Office. Right? Copyright attaches to a work automatically under U.S. law. Unfortunately, if you don't register your work with the Copyright Office, then your remedies are limited. Namely, your your litigation remedies are limited.
So do y'all help with registration?
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's cool.
So we will also help with registration, but also what's unique is that when you find an infringement, we will ask you a set of questions, just like, imagine it's almost like a lawyer would ask you the initial questions.
Except you can actually talk to somebody.
Right. Exactly. Only it's within the system. It's similar to a TurboTax environment where you don't have to know anything about tax law.
Oh, that's cool.
We ask you a bunch of questions about what happened. You enter those. Rightsclick will then give you a summary of the assessment of what your infringement looks like, considering various limitations that might apply, and then you can take that summary, and then we'll give you some of the options that you have available to you, including sending cease and desist letters. You can file a small claim through us with the new small claims board at the Copyright Office.
Cool.
Or if you have a case where you actually did want to contact an attorney, that summary will save you an hour of time with the attorney. You can email it off to the attorney. We'll also help you find the kind of attorney who might be best for you in a case like that.
Do you guys like have plugins, or do you interact with existing software like Lightroom?
We are looking at that down the road. We are too early. We haven't launched yet. This is our first appearance anywhere.
Oh, no kidding. So when do you plan on launching?
So we're looking at launching our early version of the software in spring in order to coincide with the small claim option at the Copyright Office.
Okay, cool.
That's when they're going to start operating, and we want to make it possible to help people with those claims as quickly as we can. And then, yes, as we develop the software and grow out, we would love to see it as a plugin, so that you're exactly right. Lightroom is exactly the right moment. You're organizing your material. That's the perfect time to be.
Like a photo hosting website like SmugMug or Pentax or any one of them.
Exactly.
Oh,
there are any number of ways to integrate, and we would love to do that, but we have to get to.
Yeah, you got to get there first.
We got to get to the right place in our development to
that's
do
cool.
that.
Let me ask you this: so you guys have any sort of interaction with everybody? Like NFTs is the new thing, right? So I imagine this has some sort of nexus to NFTs.
I would say no.
No? Okay.
No, for one thing, NFTs, the nicest thing I'll say about them right now is that they're highly speculative.
Yep.
We're already seeing cases where NFTs are now the new opportunity to pirate works from creators. So somebody sees your work. I mean, this is the problem, right? Your work's online digitally. Somebody says, oh, I'm going to mint an NFT out of that. I don't own it. And then it goes over to OpenSea.
Yes.
And OpenSea's not checking, just like other websites aren't checking. And the next thing you know, somebody's selling an NFT of a work they didn't have any right to do that. We're already seeing that happen.
Well, I imagine at some point there's going to be, at some point you're going to have to because if they're violating your copyright, they're doing it via NFT,
right?
But they're still violating your copyright.
Exactly. So we're interested in helping you to protect your copyrights. If NFTs end up being a thing, great. That's not our space right now. Personally, I would say that that's a pretty irrational looking market. It's pretty volatile right now. We'll see what happens. Talk to me in a year and we'll see how NFTs are doing.
I love that.
But it's not really our concern right now. However, it doesn't really matter. However somebody infringed your work, that's what we want to help you solve.
I love it. Hey, thank you for explaining that to me.
Thank you very much.
I look forward to seeing y'all launch.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Talk about the Loxia.
Where should we start from?
So,
all right, hold on.
Right now, here talking with my man Richard from Zeiss. I've got the 18 millimeter 2.8 on here right now. That is really light, especially compared to when I have this honking thing on there. That is pretty cool. And you were telling me about the Loxia lens, correct?
Yeah, the Loxia line is our sort of sister or companion line to the bodice. They are also made for some of the E-mount and full frame coverage. These lenses are fully mechanical focus, and they also have an exterior aperture control ring which can be declicked. Aimed at both photo and video users, but a little bit more filmmaking, as the bodice line is a little bit more videography, because those are autofocus and these are manual focus.
So this is a completely manual lens?
It is completely manual. They do have electronic contacts on the back, so it will communicate with the camera. Of course, transfer EXIF data and all that good information. And they're also very compact and relatively lightweight, despite the fact that they're an all-metal build and fully mechanical.
That's awesome. How much does that run?
The Loxia 21, I think, is about $13.49 $1249.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, they're kind of all within that sort of like $1249 to $1549 range.
And how much is this 18 that I've got on here right now?
That one is $1449.
$1449. I cannot get over how light that is.
Yeah, it's super light. All these lenses are designed for the Sony E-mount system, so they're made to be small and lightweight. They pair with the bodies very well because you don't want a big heavy lens on the front of your very small compact camera.
Like Sony's big heavy lens? Yeah.
Well, we like Sony too, of course.
Of course, yeah. Except they didn't show up. Jerks. That's cool. 21's kind of a weird focal length, is it not?
Yeah, it's a legacy focal length for us. 21, 25 are sort of our legacy, more German focal lengths, more European. You see them in a lot of European manufacturers.
Gotcha. May I ask, since it's completely manual, is that, I guess you could hook up, I don't know if you could hook up a drive motor to that.
Well, we do manufacture. If we come over here.
All right, I'm coming over there. What you got?
We do manufacture our lens gear series of 0.08 pitch gears that can be easily mounted and removed from our Loxia lens line.
All right.
You can also mount these. We make them in a few different sizes, and you can mount them to our Milvis lenses and Otis lenses as well.
Okay.
So if you want to use them with a follow focus, perfectly compatible. And these are toolless installation. These two rings right here just sort of rotate against one another, and you can put them on and off in the field without any tools.
Well, that is really cool, man. And so you talked about Otis. I'm not familiar with Otis. Is Otis y'all's city line?
So Otis is our sort of high-end SLR lens line. It's made for Canon EF and Nikon F mount.
No Sony E mount?
No, not at the moment, but we do recommend adapting them.
You said you have an adapter?
We do not manufacture an adapter, but if you get your hands on one of the third-party adapters, they will work perfectly well with the Sony system.
Can I hang it?
Of course.
Whoop. It's got some heft to it. It's beautiful. And they go down to T what?
These are all 1.4. And we make these in 4 different focal lengths, 28, 55, 85, and 100. And the catch of the Otis line is that they are such high-resolving lenses that they will present near medium format resolution on a 35mm sensor.
Oh, okay.
Sharp edge to edge. They also, as sort of an inspiration from our Cine line, have a very long focus throw.
Okay.
So if you're looking for something that gives you that long focus throw of a traditional Cine lens, the Otis lens features it.
Cool. Far up, Richard Scally from, where are you from? From Brooklyn, New York.
Yep.
I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Abe.
I'll take this lens off and give it back to you now.
Thanks.
I gotta be honest, guys. That is not what I thought it was gonna be. I understand that with COVID and the Omicron variant and all this stuff, like, I get it. But I am, I didn't take any of the seminars or the lessons, which from a couple of people I spoke with, they said was worth their time, which is cool. But I wish more of the manufacturers would have showed up. I got to speak with a Sony rep and a Fuji film rep at the Pixel something or other counter, but the only, by God, manufacturer that showed up was Zeiss, and it was awesome to be able to spend a few moments there talking with their representatives about their gear and what makes them, what makes them who they are and all those other sorts of things. I was really hoping to build a connection with some of these manufacturers. Now, I did have an interesting tidbit from the Fuji film guy. You've heard, I'm sure some of you have seen rumors out there that Fuji's coming out with a full frame camera, and he was flat out, like, he looked at me like I had something growing straight out of my forehead when I asked him. And then he explained why, which makes all the sense in the world. The 35mm sensor market is saturated. Fuji's really invested in the APS-C and medium format formats. Back to my thoughts on the conference. I get it. COVID's bad, but we're entering our third year. In a couple weeks, we'll be entering our third year with the virus, and I think it's time that we learn how to live with it and take the necessary precautions on an individual level. I believe the vaccinations work. I believe that masks work, like all that stuff. But what I don't believe in is how risk averse we are becoming. So yeah, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna make myself some food. Maybe have a cup of coffee and start editing this. You know what? There's one other thing I want to talk about. Speaking with the Rightsclick fellas. It was that platform that helps. It was that platform that they say will help photographers and videographers manage their copyrights, which I think is interesting. I think they're ahead of the game in that regard. I appreciate their time and spending the time and talking with me about that. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that platform grows and how it integrates with everybody's workflow. So what I'm really talking about is Lightroom. So I'm really happy that Imaging USA gave out some free passes on Facebook. So at least I didn't have to pay for this, aside from the parking. But yeah, I don't know. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. But hey, I got to make a vlog. I got to use my FX3 and my Deity microphone and all the other fun stuff. So it's not a total loss by any means. These are champagne problems to have. All right, I'm gonna hop in my truck and go home and get some food because your boy is hungry. All right, my name's Abe Musavi. Have cameras, we'll travel.